Welcome back, Mr. Mohammed. This is my second part of the presentation of this project with the sketches and illustrations and diagrams. Okay, so what with this drawing, what I'm trying to emphasize is the shape of the wall, based on the shape of the bank that we're gonna need to return. So, and then probably later on, I'm gonna sort of do the calculations just to come up with the total square meters of the bank that you're gonna need to retain. Okay, so um, um, you see, I measured it as 38 meters, the whole length of the bank, with the entire cave from here. Right there, that's what I'm trying to draw. Let me see if I can sort of manage. Uh, Okay, Mr. Mohammed, welcome back. Okay, so what I've just drawn now is the wall, the completed wall. Okay, so this is the shape. All right, with its curve and just to retain the bank, so it's gonna look like this. Sort of a L shape or curved. Okay, so the ground is sloping towards this point here where there was a tree and and along this there is all the cables and all the mains water supply. So well, that won't be a big of a problem because otherwise we can just make a way passing the lines without having to damage them. Okay, so yeah, what I would like to sort of emphasize is the dimensions here, as I said previously, that the shape of this wall. If we say half base times height, we are underestimating the size. We won't be able to come up with the accurate, size of this bank. It's massive. So what I've done is here is to sort of do so sort of I break it up into sections. Okay, I say the first section it's gonna maintain a height of about 5 meters. The third length of the wall that is approximately about 18 meters, right? So by 5 we get 65 square meters, and then the section is other is 25. Right, that's the 2/3 of the wall. That's what we are basing on with the height of 2,5 is the half base times height as the area of a triangle. So so if I say 13, first one 13 meters by 5 meters, because we are going to be starting from the footing, from the trench. We're going to go down. Two courses are going to be in the footing. So we are all in all should have 5 meters. So 5 by 13, of course, we get 65. And then 25 by 2,5, we get, 62,5. So all in all, the sum of these two, 65 plus 62, we get 127 square meters. Probably 128 within that range, 128, 130. That's actually the zone. Okay, so yeah, I based out everything, the estimation of the job in terms of the magnitude, the scale. It's actually sort of I'm basing it on 127, 128, 130 square meters, right? Okay, so another important thing that I would like to bring up is about the block. But anyway, this is engineers' job. They specify they will specify which block we're gonna have to use. But let me just quickly take you through our recent project here in Palo. All right, we recently built a 7-meter wall here in Palo. All right, at number 31, it's my crescent in Palo, Newlands. The Muslim community, So you see this wall here from beginning. If I could take you slightly, let me see if I can get the image with right from the beginning when we started. Probably this one. All right. Let me just take you reverse. This bank here was somehow, we almost there. Right, so yeah, you see this is how it looked like. Right, that was on the 16th of August, 2017. Right, so this homeowner wanted to actually sort of, fill up. You see the distance between the pole and the bank. It was just in the air. He wanted to maximize his land. He was complaining about he's paying so much, and so we actually sort of, approached him. We gave him some specifications, some drawings, and just like how we are doing to you. And somehow he was convinced that we are what he's looking for. So we met his expectations. So that's me. If you haven't met me personally, that's me. All right, Hudson. All right, 28 years old. Okay, I'm actually sort of, this is my career. I've been in the construction industry my whole life, starting from academic qualifications and from the practical field. So, right. So, yeah, basically, this is how it looked like before we, it started. So, we actually had to get some sand from Mount Edgecombe down Mungrang, rich clay sand, rich, good sand, quality. It was geotechnically approved. Okay, so we brought about 560 cubes to fill up that bank. So we were starting the trenching. So can you see that this pole here, and we started further down. All right, so this pole here, the visible part is about 7 meters. So down here it's about we were about another maybe 2 meters or so just to get to the this level here of the base of this pillar. I mean of this telephone pole. Right, so all in all, the wall was about over probably close to 9 meters in height. It's probably the third largest tallest wall in the whole of Durban for residential community. Anyway, we handled that because based on our innovation and competence, we built this wall, and we recently had rains that destroyed even your bank. But this wall, nothing happened to it. It's still in place. That was a good test about, whether it was actually. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say to you, we are everything that you're looking for. Okay, so this is actually the arrival of sand, and distribution. Alright, tons and tons. So we had to push it over the bank by using bobcats, and in the end, we ended up using a material B. So, right, so this is actually the. Let me just speed it up, otherwise. You won't be able to see everything because I still need to show you something about the comparison of whether which block you might choose, but that is actually sort of to the engineers specifications. They normally recommend the Geoloc 400, but there's also TB 300 and TB 500 manufactured by Infraset down there in Effingham. They manufacture quality blocks, SABS approved. They have a lot of strength, MPA. So we were starting now. Can you see that the most important thing is we're compacting all the way up, and we're mixing the backfill with cement just to stabilize it. Alright, so these are the crews that I worked with. They've worked on different projects. They are skilled and experienced. I train them, I make them watch videos, and I give them my drawings. They look at the drawings, and they are technically skilled now, this force. All right, so you can see that this is our banner. We're trying to sort of this is where we're at the bottom. We still had about another 7 meters to go. Okay, so we're gonna get there just now. Right, so this block here is TB 400. That's the block. It's about 41 kgs, and if it's got space in it, if you fill it up with sand, it weighs about another it end up weighing about 50 to 55 kgs. Right, according to the specifications, they say in a square meter, or if they are filled up, they weigh about 700 kgs a square meter, because there's approximately 8 in a square meter, of which that's pretty because the wall has to be heavier than the bank. So this is where we were by the 29th of August 2017. Right, we worked our way all the way to the top. Right, so you can see, my guys, they don't give up if things are not lining up. They have to, they have learned to be very, resilient. They think lining things up might be a bit challenging, but they don't give up until everything comes up, according to as the tools agree with the levels and all that. Okay, so yeah, we're still there. We used about over We used over